Welcome to the new moon ritual for October 15th, 2020. Just so you guys know, the moon actually becomes a new moon tomorrow on October 16th. So with any type of moon ritual, you are always welcome to do a moon ritual a few days, like 2 to 3 days before and 2 to 3 days after. The energy is still there. We can still utilize it. So I just thought that myself personally, I would love to do a moon ritual on a Friday night, but I don't know how many other people feel. You guys may like to actually do things on Friday nights. So I figured let's do this one on a Thursday instead. So a few things to note about this new moon and kind of what's going on in the sky. One, there's a ton going on in the sky. I'm not a formal astrologer. I like astrology, but I will read bits and pieces from other people, and I like to kind of give you guys a summary as to what's happening, also looking at the chart myself. And one of the things to really take note of and to remember right now is that Mercury went retrograde on October 13th. Good news is that it's the final Mercury retrograde of the year. So, if it really impacts you a lot of times, hopefully that makes you happy. But it's going to be retrograde until November 3rd. And Mercury, it rules communication. And right now, if things are a little bit frustrating, right? It's challenging talking to people. Communication is challenging. You're having difficult situations come up. Things just don't seem to be working easily for you. You might have technology problems, right? There might be past relationship people popping up into your life. A lot of this is with the Mercury retrograde. It's very common for this stuff to happen, but I just want to remind you to allow yourself to slow down, turn inward, be patient, understand that there's things beyond your control in a sense, right? The planets, the energy, it's kind of impacting us. So try not to take it to heart, right? Try to just keep it light. And if you can find a way to make communicating fun and make the frustrations with communicating fun, I promise it goes a long way, turning things into a joke. But I do recommend reading more about the Mercury retrograde, especially because right now Mars is also retrograde. So this is just kind of creating an interesting landscape in the sky. Like I said, I'm not a formal astrologer. I don't know all the specific details, but I can point you in the direction of anybody that can help teach you more. So if you want other people's links, let me know. And so this new moon, it's happening at 3:23 p.m. Eastern time on October 16th, and it's in Libra or Libra, depending on how you say it. And it's a super new moon. So if you guys were with me on the new moon ritual back in September, I believe, or towards the beginning of the month, I said that there's going to be 3 super new moons coming up. There's going to be a cycle of them. So here's our next one. What a super new moon means, it's just that the moon is very close to Earth. And when it's close to Earth, the energy, the frequencies are kind of heightened. We can feel them a little bit more. And what's going on is this new moon forms a T-square with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, all of which are conjoined in Capricorn, and with Mars and Aries. So basically what that means, that's all astrology lingo. It's talking about the placements and where all these different planets are and things like that. It's just saying this is not an easy new moon, basically the bottom line, okay? So one of the things you can be mindful of right now is your mood. Are you having mood swings? Do you have heightened emotions? Feeling things through? Just be mindful, right? That in itself can help in our relationships by tenfold. If we can just take a deep breath, take a moment and be like, oh, hold up. My mood is changing throughout the day. What's going on, right? Another thing too is that your intuition may feel heightened. Tune into it. Your intuition is talking to you. Trust in it, right? Listen to it. And this is also a good time for us to honor loss or to find closure in challenging feelings or experiences. And so I know the shadow work doesn't always feel good, but if we can let it go and process it and move through it, it's going to help us a lot more in the long run. And overall, this is a beautiful opportunity to deepen your relationship with yourself, right? The better you can get to know yourself and start to connect into your authentic self and your inner soul. And one of the ways that I do this is meditating a lot and going out into nature and just kind of asking questions and writing. There's a lot of different prompts that you can do that. Whatever feels best for you, whatever you're gravitating towards, run with that. But you know, having a relationship with yourself, I think, is one of the most beautiful things that we can have, because it also teaches us that we're never alone. We're always with ourselves. And if you've been feeling down or emotionally charged lately, creativity is an incredible outlet, whatever that means for you. Any type of creativity. There's so many different types of creativity out there. So don't limit yourself. Just let those emotions come out through expression with creativity. And as I was saying before with Mercury retrograde, it's just a good time right now to kind of slow down a bit and not rush into major decisions. Like take a step back. So the other thing that I want to bring up, and I'm probably going to butcher the name of this, but there's a star that exists in the Big Dipper, and it's called Arcturus. And I highly recommend diving into that more. But essentially, it's a big star. It's a big, like, yellow, reddish type of star. And it's pretty close to Earth right now, meaning that we can really feel the energy of it. And so I'm going to kind of tie it into tonight's meditation to have us connect in with that energy. But if you want to learn more on 1017, the Arcturian portal is opening. So if you're interested in stars and star work, highly recommend that. I can spell out, like, Arcturian, so you guys can look that up. But basically, this star, it's just bringing us a lot of loving light, loving, healing light, helping us open up and that type of stuff. So we're going to connect into that a little bit tonight. And that's kind of what's going on. There's like a lot going on in the stars, and I feel like all of us individually might be experiencing different things. Like some of us might be feeling lethargic and frustrated, and like things just keep going wrong. And then like some of us may not be feeling that. So just pay attention to yourself, pay attention to where you are on your journey, and understand that Mercury's in retrograde, and there are other things going on in the planets, and we moved into Libra. Like there's things, right? Like the sun and moon is in Libra. So that's about the recap. Okay, if you have sage or Palo Santo, please grab it, or a different incense or a different way of clearing your space. If you have none of that, you're welcome to just imagine like light coming in around you, and like you can physically take your hands and like clear your body. If you're a Reiki healer, you know the symbol that you can use to clear your space in your body. So we're going to start off with clearing our aura. I'm going to light my sage. And I'm just going to read something while we do this. So please make sure that you get the palms of your hands. Please make sure that you get the bottoms of your feet, and you can just move the sage all around your body. I'm going to remain seated, but you can stand up and do whatever feels good for you. And so as we're bringing the sage around our body, I cleanse my body, mind, heart, and auric body with the power of light and love. I am releasing all that is heavy, all that no longer serves me, my doubts, my worries, my judgments, and my past. I now hear my truth clearly and feel my soul. I am surrounded with loving light. I allow life to flow easily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cleanse our space. And so with this, I would say you guys can get up into the middle of the room. I'm just going to kind of sit here like this. And as we cleanse our space, my space is cleansed with the power of love and light. My space is divinely protected. All is safe, all is well. May the energy of this space bring peace to all those that enter. May the vibrations of love, healing, passion, and compassion fill me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, I just want to invite you guys, like if you have any crystals that you like that you want to hold on to, feel free to grab them. I've really been gravitating towards this crystal. Which hand I'm looking at. So whatever you feel called to, I'm probably just going to hold on to it all night. So now I want you guys to get comfortable. We're going to start going through our journal prompts. And before we do that, though, I just want you to close your eyes. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths. Let's breathe in through our nose and breathe out. Breathe in again and out. Last one. And out. And so tonight we're just going to call in our highest self and our guides to assist us tonight as we go through these questions. So the first question we're going to do tonight, and the reason behind this question is because Libra is very much so connected with romance. So our first question is going to be, what does romance mean to me? How can I provide myself with more love? And if you're in a relationship, more love with your partner as well. So multifaceted question. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys to be able to see it. So what does romance mean to you? How can you provide yourself with more love? And if you're in a relationship, your partner, more love. And I want you to think about both yourself and your partner if you are in a relationship, okay? So I'm going to put on some music and we will spend probably about 5-6 minutes with this question, and then we're going to move on. How are we doing? Are you guys ready to move on? So in a few more minutes. If you're ready, you guys can give the thumbs up. Awesome. Cool. I think a few of us are ready. So you can always go back to those questions as well. Our next question is going to be, what is it that you need right now? And when I say that, I mean, like, what is it that you need right now, like emotionally, spiritually, physically, maybe financially? Like, is it more compassion? Is it more forgiveness for yourself? Is it more connection? Like, whatever it might be, like, just really allow yourself to think as big as you want to think when it comes to this question. So I'll post this in the chat as well. And we'll answer this one for like 5 minutes or more. Let's see. how are we doing with this question? Do you want a few more minutes? Are you ready for the next one? So the next question kind of ties into this one, and this is going to be, we'll see. There might be another question after this, but it's, what does your world look and feel like when you are living your wildest dreams? So I kind of like to think like, so we just thought about what is it that we need right now, right? So what if we received everything that we needed? What if we had, we're the person that we wanted to be, and this is our biggest idea of what our life could be, right? What does it look and feel like? I will put that here. Turn up the music. How are we doing with that question? I literally could sit here for probably 15 minutes and answer that one question on its own. So let me know if you guys want more time. Is it good? Okay. So the last thing that we'll do for the next 5 minutes, I just want you guys to take a moment and ask your spirit guides or your, whatever you believe in. Ask your guides if there's anything that they want you to know. And just put your pen to paper and write down whatever's coming to you. Don't judge it, don't doubt it, just write it. So you guys can either keep answering that question about the world, or you guys can go to this one. And we'll wrap up around 8:30. Does anybody need another minute or so? I'm gonna take a silence as we're good. So I'm gonna walk you guys through a little bit of a meditation, and then I'll turn the music on after, because I know it's challenging to hear my voice over the music. So as long as you guys are done writing, you can put the piece of paper to the side. If you want to, you're more than welcome to rip this paper up at the end of this ritual. I personally like to rip mine up most of the time and like throw it away. So that's just my personal preference, but totally do what feels good for you. So with this meditation, I want to kind of continue on that last question of asking your guides, is there anything else that they want you to know? So at any point during this meditation, you can ask questions. You can ask questions about anything and just listen for the answers, right? This is a time for us to just kind of allow ourselves to open up energetically, right? We've cultivated this safe space. We've cleaned our aura. We're loving, we're light, we're in this loving light environment. So you can open up your energy, ask for your guides to give you answers to questions that you have during this whole meditation. So what I want you to do now is I just want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Really allow your body to relax. Take another deep breath. And now I want you to imagine that there's this beautiful white light shining through the sky, through the roof of your home, through your ceiling, and it's entering in the top of your head. And as this white light enters the top of your head, it's going to move down your entire body. So every single inch of your body is covered by this white light, even down to the cellular level, right? Every single part of you is surrounded by this white, healing, loving light. And the light's going to split as it gets to your legs, and it's going to shoot out of each foot. And as the light moves through your feet, it's going to come back together, spiraling through the floor of your home, through all the layers of the ground, the soil, into the core of the earth. So we're being connected both into the earth and into the skies. And so now I want you to imagine the Big Dipper in the sky. You guys remember what it looks like. And you're going to pay attention to one particular star in the Big Dipper. It's the brightest star of all. You're going to notice the light from this star coming towards Earth. And you're going to welcome it in, allowing the light to enter through your mid-back area. It's kind of like the back of your heart chakra area. And this powerful, beautiful, uplifting light is entering into your body, healing you, raising your vibration, bringing you a lot of love, connecting you into the stars. And so for the next 10 minutes, you could just keep focusing on this light coming through that star that's in the Big Dipper. as it enters into your body. And be open to receiving any messages that may come through to you. And so to close out our meditation for tonight and this ritual, I want you to place one hand on your stomach and one hand on the top of your head. And I just want you to recognize that with this new moon, you are giving yourself permission to deepen your connection with yourself and really hone in on that self-care, and that you're trusting your intuition to guide you. I give my desires over to the universe, and I look for the synchronicities and clues to lead me on my path. I release all control. I am open and ready for all that is in my highest and greatest good. Thank you, universe and spirit guides, for supporting me and guiding me. I trust everything is happening for me at the perfect time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.